5 women here, and they all admit that they are extremely judgmental. Karen says that she's so judgmental that she refuses to be friends with women who are shorter than her or heavier than her, and she really hates it when people blame being overweight on a medical condition. She says they're fat because they're lazy and have an open mouth condition. Marie says that she is so mean and judgmental that she gets kicked out of line when she goes to the clubs because she calls other girls bitches, and she's tearing their looks apart up and down constantly. Angel says that she thinks nothing of stopping other women in the street, and going up to them and telling them that they have on so much makeup that they look like they're going to a clown convention. Kyla says that she is so judgmental that she got kicked out of a store in the mall for telling the sales girl that was actually helping her that she looked ugly. And Nicole thinks nothing of calling other women ugly, fat, whore, dumb bitch, and stupid slut to their face. So obviously these women are saying that they are very judgmental, harshly judgmental. We did a Tyra Show social experiment to put them to the test. Check this out.
This experiment started by the producers taking over this art space and turning it into a judgment gallery. They hung flat-screen TV monitors all on the walls and set them up to show video portraits of some average American women from all over the country. Then they invited a few opinionated women to come in and check out the exhibit. Most of the group agreed about the first portrait they saw.
They call those slut buckets.
To me, she really looks like a bubblehead.
I think she has a sugar daddy.
Her main talent is to just bed old men.
But Nicole seemed to see something she liked.
I think she looks hot. I like her outfit. She looks good.
The second portrait also got a few positive comments.
I think she's like a preacher's daughter.
I bet you she's like very well educated, you can tell.
But most of the women zeroed in on one particular feature.
She looks like Pinocchio. Nasty.
She looks like a pampered little Jewish princess.
If someone hit her in the face, they'd be doing her a favor.
By the third portrait, these critics were not holding back anything.
I would think that's a man dressed like a woman.
She needs a little bit more calories.
Definitely eats and goes and throws up.
I want to buy her a cheeseburger.
I know crackheads look better than her.
Wow, okay, so that was just the first 3 video portraits. Check out what the ladies had to say about the next ones.
When this group of women continued their tour of the Judgment Gallery, they found the 4th video portrait very compelling.
Earthquake!
She looks miserable and so unhealthy, and it's disgusting to look at.
Can you imagine the smells that come off of her? When you're that big, it's hard for you to fit into a bathtub.
Marie was especially critical.
I lost all this weight. Like, she should not look like that. It's laziness.
And the women's opinion on the 5th portrait was absolutely unanimous.
She definitely is a booty call.
She looks like she slept with maybe like 100, 200 guys.
I feel like you can get an STD just by standing in the same room as her.
Okay, so you guys are really harsh. Nicole said that you can get an STD by standing in the same room as that girl. Wow. What's up with that?
I just, like, she just looked dirty to me. I meant that I felt like, you know, it just was like dirty, like she was rubbing her stomach and stuff, and like had just the way she presented herself, her body language to me was just, I just thought it was pretty, like, dirty and trashy.
Marie called the plus-size woman in one of the video portraits lazy.
Lazy for the fact that, you know, she doesn't have to have, you know, there's one thing to be big and there's one thing to be untastefully big. Don't have all the bat wings hanging out, you know. If you have it, that's fine. You know, not everybody's perfect, not everybody's a Barbie, but nobody wants to see it all, you know, like, it's just, it was too much. You know, she's walking around in flip-flops. It was just really lazy
Anybody have
look.
anything to say about this? Stand on up. What do you want to say about this?
I think you should know better. Because if you went through that struggle to lose all that weight, you should know better than to be judging other people like that. Because look at me and then look at you. You don't think I should be judging you? You don't think I don't have the right to say you shouldn't have this? No, because everybody's built differently. My family, full of hips. Me, So I don't know where they went. But you shouldn't pass that judgment on anyone. You should help them. You should help them heal.
What do you have to say?
I disagree. I don't see your family with their, you know, rolls hanging out, or, you know, your family, it looks tastefully put together. They're not walking around looking slutty and trashy and...
Tank top is being slutty.
What did you say?
Flip-flops and tank tops.
That wasn't a tank top, honey. That was a
She had a spaghetti
strapless.
strap.
No,
Exactly.
it wasn't. It was strapless.
Regardless, honey, regardless, it's covering this, okay? If she can't cover it anymore, who are you to judge?
I wasn't talking. I wasn't talking about the stomach. I wasn't talking about the stomach. I wasn't talking about the stomach. My thing was, my concern in the video, and if you would have seen the picture up close, she had cellulite, and it was like all just really nasty, and nobody wants to see that. My thing is just
when you say
that's your opinion, because majority of this world, they have cellulite.
I do.
They have the
No, that's fine.
It's normal. It's really normal.
But again, that's my opinion.
Okay, we're going to move on. Up next is Karen. Karen, you said the woman in one of the photos, you said that she looked like a man dressed as a woman.
Yes, she did. I mean, she had no curves. If I was to walk up behind her, I would be like, excuse me, sir. You know, I mean, she had no curves, and then she had an attitude like she wanted to be big, bad thug, you know, the facial expressions and stuff. And it's either, you know, you're either a little boy or you're a man dressed like a woman.
Why is it that when you see something that is not necessarily pleasing to your eye, does it make you angry? Because that's what I see. It's like, even with you, Marie, it's like nobody wants to see that. And with you, Karen, it's like, ugh.
It doesn't necessarily make me angry, but...
So what do you call this?
No, well, yeah, it does in a way, because a lot of things can be helped. You know, people sit there and blame it, oh, I had a bad childhood, oh, I got a thyroid problem, which is a good excuse. You know, oh, stop crying. If it's something that's not right, fix it. It's very easy to do.
There's something that the women on this panel did not know when they were judging the women in the portraits. Check this out.
She definitely is a booty call.
She's a junior high school dropout.
You get an STD just by standing in the same
Tiger pattern bra sticking out. Trailer park through her nose. It's disgusting to look at because I feel bad for her.
You see that? They were there hearing every single thing that you had to say about them. All of those women in those video portraits were watching every single thing. And on top of that, they're here at the Tyra show. We just watched, before the break, a group of women judge other women who are strangers, complete strangers to them. But the women judge them based on their appearance. And they said some really extreme things, some harsh things, some hurtful things, cruel things. But what the ladies that were judging didn't know is that the women that they were judging heard every single word. I know Kyla said something about Ashley looks like she slept with 100 to 200 guys. Why did you say that?
Because the way that she was dressed, you can see like absolutely everything. You know, like she presented herself like you looked like a whore at the time. And if you didn't want to look like that way, you shouldn't have walked out the door that way.
That's like pretty harsh. What does that make you feel like?
I know exactly how I look when I go out. How dare you say like that about me? You don't know me at all. I've had a boyfriend for the past year and a half who I have been faithful to. I've never been single. I've had 2 boyfriends my entire life. The committed relationship that I am in now, and I plan to be in for a long time, and 1 boyfriend before that. I do not sleep around. I don't have time.
One thing, Karen, you said that Kayani looked like she smelled because she was too big to fit into a tub.
Yeah. I mean, first I need to say, if it don't apply, then you need to let it fly. Okay, this is about first impressions, and that's my first impression of you. So if that's not how you are, then that's not how you are.
You guys are so fussy. It just makes me laugh because you're like rhyming like a rapper or something. It's like, and it's almost like you have this speech prepared and ready to have that answer. You know what I'm saying? Like it's like you've been here before. To me, it seems like you've been here where you've thrown insults to somebody, they've defended themselves, and now this is your speech. It's like the protection or something.
It's like a cycle. I mean, come on. Every single one of us has been judged at one point of our life. Every single one of us has had either someone in our family or either one of our friends come to us and tell us something about how we look or how we act.
Well, when she said that about you, what did that make you feel like?
Well, it made me very sad that people would hold on to such ridiculous judgments. I don't smell. In fact, I'm more aware of my hygiene because of that disgusting stereotype. It's totally baseless.
Do you feel sorry that she's thinking that way? Why do you think she's so judgmental? Why do you think that?
I don't know. I don't know her. I can't speak for her, just like she doesn't know me, and she can't speak for me.
That's a good answer. Marie, you said that Cassandra looks like a girl that eats and throws up. What does that mean?
She just looked, in the picture, she just looked unhealthy. She looked very, very thin, very just straight up and down, flat as a board.
Cassandra?
You don't know how angry that makes me that you say that, because why just because I'm skinny? You know what? I'm healthy, first off, okay? I eat extremely healthy, and that's why I am the way I am, and I have a fast metabolism, okay? What makes you think that you could judge me just because I'm skinny? It doesn't mean I throw up just because I'm skinny. So just because someone's a little bit heavy, that means they eat a lot, maybe they have a problem.
You told my producer something about sweatpants that you used to do because of insecurity.
So many people have judged me because I'm skinny that I've put on 2 pairs of sweatpants underneath my jeans to make myself look bigger. And I don't know about you guys, but it's not easy fitting into jeans with sweatpants under it. All right, so.
Nicole said things about Shayna. She said something about her nose. What was that? You called her Pinocchio?
I have to say I have like a bias with the big nose thing. Somebody I really, really very much so dislike, and my first look at someone, I don't know your personality, and I just based on that, I was like, it made me angry to see someone, and it wouldn't have just been you, it would have been anyone who had a large nose. It just, like, to think about it, to think about that other person.
What did that person do to you that had the larger nose?
They did something that I don't want to say, but it was really bad. And
was it a family member?
No.
It's a friend?
Not a friend. It had to do with the guy. It had to do with the guy, an ex-boyfriend.
It was a girl that slept with your man?
Yes, and I take it out on the wrong people, but I just took it as like, that pissed me off, and I got angry.
So just looking at her pisses you off. That's, ooh, okay.
But that wasn't me.
Yeah.
How can you judge everyone from that one person?
You're right.
It makes me so upset that people do that. This is what God gave me. I can't help how I was born.
You're right. But for me, I know that I judged way too fast, and that's what I did. I looked, and it came out.
Because of people like you, I've been to the plastic surgeon 6 times for consultations. But I'm just scared to go through with it, and like, this is what God gave me. I'm sorry, you know? Sorry I had a good nose.
Angel called Elise a slut bucket. I've never heard that one before, actually. I'm like, is that like OxyClean and like it's the slut bucket, you know, it cleans up. Like, first of all, what is a slut bucket?
A slut bucket is like a trash can with a whole bunch of expensive clothes thrown into it. You know, so basically the clothes make them who they are.
I just want to say that really makes me upset because you have no clue who I am, you have no clue where I come from, and it's really just a judgment you're making on what I look like. And again, this is how I was born, and this is who I am. And first of all, I just want to say all these girls, I've been spending the past 3 days with them, and they're beautiful inside, and that's what matters.
We're going to take a break, but when we come back, I want to hear what the audience has to say. Oh, whoa. show social experiment called Judgment Day. Women judged other women really, really harshly, but the women that were judging didn't have any idea that they were going to come face to face with the women that they were actually judging. It's gotten very heated on the stage. You know, the audience has a lot to say. Before the break, I was like, audience, you guys want to weigh in? You guys are like, yeah! So now is your time. Chance, who wants to say something first?
My name is Robert Cameron, and I just want to say something as a man's point of view is that, to me, women are gorgeous, no matter who they are, what they are, how they look, or nothing. The beauty is what's inside, not outside. Outside is artificial. Inside is what counts. Thank you.
Who else? Let's say something. Stand on up.
I just want to say that I'm shocked by this, and I can actually relate to it with the girls that are saying stuff about these girls. I'm only 19, and I know how being judged is. I was very, very heavy after I lost my little brother in 2001, and I dealt with that with food. I didn't know what to do at that age. I was only 12 years old. I didn't know how to handle that. And people would judge me when I went to school, call me fat. I was chubby. I didn't know what to do. So when I got the age of 18, I decided to go to plastic surgery. I've had liposuction. I had really big breasts. I had a breast reduction at 16 because people would just keep saying comments, and I always told myself, don't let it get to me, but after a while it actually gets to you, and then I sit and want, why did I do that? As long as I know who I am and people like me, so I shouldn't change myself. And I'm really young, and I sort of regret the stuff that I did, the surgeries I had. But I don't know, I just feel bad for these girls over here because I went through what they've been through. And
what do you guys feel? Marie, I want to ask you, because she was a baby. You know, she says she was 12 years old and got surgery at 16 years old from people saying negative things to her. Liposuction, you're not even 18 years, you're 18 years old now? 19, you got liposuction before you were even past your, twice. Yes. Not even out of your teen years, breast reduction, all these things because people were teasing you, people were saying you weren't good enough, people were judging you. She's a child, she's still a child, she's 19 years old. Does it make you give second thoughts to the judgment? I absolutely would never judge somebody just because they have big breasts. I wouldn't judge someone, especially a child. I have a 10-year-old daughter, and, I would never, ever judge someone like that. My thing is, I think, just be tasteful with it. Just be tasteful with it, But that's my thing. But Marie, you're sitting here, you're not skinny, okay? I'm not skinny, I know that. You're not skinny at all. And there are so many people. I'm not saying it's bad, you guys, because you know what I stand for, so I'm not saying it's bad. I'm just being truthful, okay? And not truthful in an ugly, judgmental way, but stating the truth of what I know the audience at home is thinking. A lot of them are screaming to me through the TV right now saying, Tyra, how could she say stuff like this when she's curvy, she's thick? I think your body is sexy, your body is fine. But there are a lot of people in the society that would think 100% the opposite of that. Absolutely, and I'm trying to do something about it. But because of what they think? I think it was before I was, teased a lot. I gained weight after I had my daughter. And, to make a long story short, horrible, not a great marriage. So that is what, I gained weight. And so now I felt like I woke up one day and I was like, you know what, let me do something. Let me, eat better, exercise, do all those things to make myself better. I need to be an example to my daughter. Yes, but at the same time, there is a such thing as a body type. You have a curvy, beautiful,
Absolutely.
sexy
I will never
body
be,
type.
Stick thin. I will never be.
And because of that, people will judge you and say negative things. Absolutely. And is that okay? Everybody does it. And that makes it okay? Everybody judges. You're going to tell me that if there was a girl walking by in fishnets and a mini skirt at, let's say, 11 p.m., down Broadway or something, what are you going to think? You're going to think that's a hooker.
No, maybe that's what you would think.
Oh, please. Jen, you know what? Just because you think that everybody does something doesn't make it okay. It does not. Oh, everybody lies. It doesn't make it okay. Everybody sins. It doesn't make it okay. A lot of men cheat, it doesn't make it okay.
Absolutely
just
not.
because a lot of people do something. The pattern that I see on this side is my heart, as much as I'm being strong with you guys, my heart goes out to you because I see pain. I see pain, pain, pain. With you, Nicole, you got your heart broken by a girl that had a Roman beautiful nose. And you said, everybody got a nose like that, I hate you because I have pain. With you, Kyla, you're short and sweet and petite and so adorable. Like, if I wasn't my height, I'd want to be your height because I think that's special and cute and unique. It's why I'm doing Short Girls on Top Model. But you have pain from being teased like that. So you're lashing out. Then we've got Angel. Angel, you used to be tall and skinny and awkward. Because of that, you are lashing out at other people. Then we got Marie. Marie used to be super bigger, you say. You lost a lot of weight, and you got a lot of pain from that. So you're lashing out. You guys are all lashing. And I think we need to check with ourselves before we start lashing out at other people. Because whenever I feel insecure, that's when I gossip. I know when I'm feeling insecure, I'm going, ooh, look at her, and look at this, and look at that, because I ain't feeling like that day. So we need to check ourselves. When we come back, judgment with couples. Men are going to be judging now. It's not just the ladies that do it. I know we do it a lot, but men judge too. And men and women are going to be judging couples. We'll be right back. Admit that they're quick to judge other people very harshly just based on first impressions. They took part in a Tyra show social experiment where they were asked to weigh in on several couples they'd never laid eyes on before. And now remember, everybody, there are men and women here now. Okay, check this out.
For the second part of the experiment, the producers filled the judgment gallery with video portraits of different couples. And they asked a new group of women and men to come in and tell them what they thought. The first portrait was not particularly popular.
I think that they're fake.
I don't know, he just seems like a
He definitely looks like he's with her for her money.
That's an example of a girl I'd never go out with, even for the money.
He looks like the guy that would cheat.
I agree. He's a jock, and all jocks are sluts, cheaters, and liars.
This dude looks like he has an STD.
And the group had plenty to say about the second portrait also.
I think it's irritating. To me, this looks unnatural.
I don't know. When I just see two women together, it makes me think, like, what could a guy possibly do that bad to make you want to be with another woman? It doesn't make sense to me.
But George saw something he liked about it.
This is really hot to me. I would definitely want to be in the middle because both these girls, they know what they're doing. I think there should be more of them.
The couple in the third portrait got the critics talking less about sex and more about lifestyle.
I think these two might be high school dropouts.
They look like they live in a trailer park. They could live in a house. They might have, you know, sheets over the windows and stuff.
All right, so that's what our judgmental people had to say about the first three couples. And now we're going to check out what they had to say about the last two couples. Check this out.
The next video portrait the men and women saw featured a couple that Vicente had a lot to say about.
I've been waiting to talk about these guys. When I think of a dark-skinned person walking down the street, I just think of sneaky, conniving. He looks like a black roach to me. He's only using her as an accessory because she's light-skinned. He's all black and burnt and jobless.
Not everyone saw them the same way.
Come on, they're actually cute.
I would date him because he seemed like a mama's boy.
But the critics all agreed about the couple in the fifth portrait.
He definitely 100% looks like he sells drugs at clubs.
They might be a little satanic.
Their mommy and daddy didn't love them, so they're rebelling.
These people, they should never have kids.
I wouldn't date the girl, but I would definitely hook up with her because she probably does some crazy stuff that you've never seen or heard of.
Yeah, he's too funny.
George! You just turned on by this. A whole totally different thing about judgment with you.
I gotta tell you, if you can't find lesbians attractive, you know, I don't know where you're at.
Okay. Now, going to the couple in the end, the punk couple, you guys were pretty harsh about them. Who wants to talk about them?
I think they're trying a little bit too hard to be over the top, to be scary or whatever they want to do.
What do you think, Kathleen?
I just think that they're trying to rebel against everything. They don't want anything to do with society, and everything for them has to be extreme and different.
And then Vicente? Vicente, okay.
Basically about that couple.
No, I want to ask you about the black couple.
Oh, the black couple?
Yes. Yeah.
Well,
Everybody's
I mean,
like, yeah. I was a little bit confused when you were saying that he's dark.
Dark skin looks like a roach?
Yeah.
Yeah, he is dark skinned and he looks like a roach.
Okay, what color is your skin?
I'm brown.
Okay, so then I'm a white woman? I don't get it.
No, you're brown. You're a different shade brown.
So you're brown?
Yeah, I'm brown
He's
skin.
dark and a
He's
roach?
dark skin.
So
he reminds me of a roach, that's what I said. Like a roach that just you want to step on.
Why?
I mean, I don't really like dark-skinned people. I think they use people and they're very sneaky because I've been used and one of my, like I have a friend that has a dark-skinned friend and I believe that they stole my iPod, like seriously. It was an iPod Touch, expensive. So you mean, jobless, he couldn't buy his own, so he stole mine.
I'm so confused about the skin color thing. When I look at your skin, I'm shocked that you don't think that you're dark.
No, I'm not dark.
Okay. Okay. But you know, people's eyes do see different colors. Like what is pink to me could be fuchsia to somebody else. Maybe it's a medical thing. Your mom is in the audience. Hi, Mom. Stand on up. What do you have to say about this with your son and the things he says?
I'm ashamed of some of the things he says.
Why do you think he says this? Where did he get this notion that certain people of different colors are his color, kind of? Actually,
well,
yes.
His grandmother, my mom, she had a dark skin complex, so I think that it stemmed from that.
She used to say negative things about darker skin?
Yes.
Did she say them to Vicente?
She said it to both of us. She said it to me growing up. She said it to him.
What did she say?
I would have friends in the neighborhood come by and she'd say, where'd you get these little pickaninny children from? And, you know, if I'd have a date come by who was dark skinned, she's like, oh my God, where'd you get that black guy? He's so dark. You know, so I have a feeling that that's
so when she's saying dark, she means like super dark, like Sudan, like maybe like a Lek Wek, like
really,
the beautiful,
really
gorgeous
dark,
model.
like kind of like she would correlate it with like buckwheat. You know how buckwheat, they portrayed him as really dark with the nappy hair.
Okay, there's something our panel of men and women did not know when they were judging the portraits in the gallery. Shall we let them know what they didn't know? Okay, let's listen.
Be high school dropouts.
Look like they live in a trailer. All jocks are sledge cheaters.
He definitely looks like he's with her for her money. Ever date that guy?
Uh-oh.
I don't care.
Kathleen, how you feeling now, girl?
It's all right. I feel the way I feel for a reason.
Okay, but you get turning real red.
Yeah, just a little bit.
And you're probably going to turn even more red because we're going to take a break, and when we come back, they're going to be on the stage with you. Judgmental people are going face to face with couples that they judged. And our people over here that were judging so harshly, they didn't have an idea that the couples were hearing all the nasty comments that they were making. And now these couples that were the target of all of that are here on the stage. We're going to start with you, Vicente, with the comment that you made about Nalone. The comment that you said that he was dark-skinned and you were talking negatively about dark-skinned people, and you said that he reminded you of a roach.
Yeah, a roach.
And that you're brown and he's dark.
Yes.
I
mean, basically I feel that he is using her as an accessory. And basically, when he gets her pregnant, he's gonna leave.
When he what?
When he gets you pregnant,
when
he's gonna
he gets
leave.
me pregnant, as in you're assuming that he's gonna get me pregnant.
If you have a baby, he's gonna leave.
What?
And why is that?
I mean, that's how I view dark-skinned people, because, I mean, media and everything, it's always a dark-skinned person. Like in movies and stuff, dark-skinned person's beating on the wife, he leaves, he doesn't pay child support. I mean, that's just my view about
And you
dark-skinned
base your
people.
judgments based on what you see on television, in movies.
I mean, and some experiences with, like,
stories.
friends and stuff.
Oh.
You know what aggravates me the most? You're the same complexion that I am. I don't know where you're from or anything, but you know, I grew up in a lot of rough neighborhoods. I've been around, but I never let anything negative influence me to go the wrong direction. I could have been easily influenced negatively, but last year I achieved my bachelor's in chemical engineering. I'm in grad school. I'm pursuing my PhD in chemical engineering, and there's a lot of other dark-skinned guys.
You're pursuing
my cousins.
your PhD?
I'm pursuing my PhD. And I know a lot of other dark-skinned guys that are in law school, that are in med school, so maybe you have to, like, you know, come with me and hang out with my friends.
When you just said maybe he should come with you and hang out with you, can he come and hang out with you right now? Because I think people need to see you guys side by side to see the skin color. Come over here. Yeah, you come here. I want you to see. You just scoot over. Now stand up. You stand next to him. You guys...
I'm lighter.
You guys, no. And this is the thing that is crazy to me. Yes, there are so many different shades of skin, you know, especially with people of color. But you guys definitely, like, have a very close similarity in skin. Believe me, honey, I'm the queen of makeup. And I could use, you guys both could use each other's makeup. I would mix a little yours and his, a little yours and yours, and I could definitely get the colors just with a little bit of different mix, meaning you guys are in the same family, and that's not a bad thing. You are a beautiful man with beautiful skin. I know. She just said he doesn't like himself.
I love myself. I love myself. I'm a star. I'm a superstar. I love myself.
Okay, sit down. Sit down. Okay, George said that if he ever saw Jessica and Jessica, they're a couple, you would get them drunk and you would try to sleep with them.
Well, I think actually I would take the drunk part back, but to definitely try to sleep with them. They're both cute, and I have vision, you know, like mental images. So.
Okay, the audience is laughing, but you're not. This is an insult.
Not at all.
Yeah.
First of all, if a guy was standing next to me right now, you wouldn't say that. I love her. She loves me, and no matter what you say, like, that's just disgusting. That's absolutely disgusting.
Can I ask you, what made you guys become lesbians, or were you always lesbians?
Nothing. I love my girlfriend. I love women. I just am attracted to women, just like you are attracted to a woman.
Have you ever been with a guy?
I've been with a guy. Yes, I have. I did not like it. That's it. And
yeah, there are many
with a
guys out there
woman.
that flirt and look at us, but we like girls for a reason.
I think you should take it as a compliment, though, that a guy finds it attractive and not, lesbians.
Yeah, but it's disgusting.
No, but you're
when
not
they say
saying that you
Yeah.
respect their union. You're saying you want to do them. I don't think that should be a compliment. Okay, now, Christine, you said that Michelle's boyfriend Ryan looked like a jock and a cheater and a liar.
Yeah. All jocks are sluts, cheaters, and liars. It's a fact.
Oh, it's a fact.
It's a fact.
How is that a fact? Yeah, where do you get that from? I've been with her for 2 years and I've never cheated on her once.
Because my best friend, her ex-boyfriend, cheated on her.
Is he your best friend's boyfriend or is he my boyfriend?
All people are different.
Okay. Now, Julie said that Dave and Allison, that you guys look like drug dealers.
Just the guy, actually.
Oh, just the guy. He looks like a drug dealer?
Well,
Not an
honestly,
artist?
I mean, if you saw someone like yourself out at a club, would you think that they were a drug dealer? Just, I mean, like, honestly, for real.
If I know I'm not a drug dealer.
But if you go out to clubs and you look at people
myself, no.
that
I
hang
would
out in
think
clubs, if you go out to clubs and hang out, you'll see that that's a lot of times what they'll look like. They
Who
have
said
that
that
image,
they
they have that style.
Who said that they look like they were rebelling against their parents? Who said that? You said that, Kathleen, that they look like just like losers.
We're best friends with our parents.
Yeah.
My mom and I are best friends. I call her like every single day. We live within blocks of our parents.
And tell them what you're doing right now.
Right now I'm a college student. I'm about to finish my associates in liberal arts, and then I'm going to school in the spring for a veterinary technician.
And You thought they were slackers. Stereotype, stereotype, stereotypes.
I know a lot of people that go to college that are drug dealers.
Extremely anti-drugs. We've actually dropped friends of ours who we've known since forever because they started doing drugs.
We're talking about an image.
We're going to come back and speak to the audience again. I know you guys are nipping at the bud or jumping at the bit or slopping up the whatever to talk to them. We'll be right back. Vicente, you said that Dave and Angela looked like high school dropouts. Why did you say that?
I mean, which one is a few? Oh, you? Oh, high school dropout. I mean, it's just like the tattoos and stuff. I don't see much of like, I don't get a vibe that you have like much of an education, you know, all of the tattoos.
Why don't you tell them what's up with you?
Well, am I surprised you use these obvious visual cues to make these judgments? No, we all do. But as a clinical psychologist, I'd say that... I'd say that it's good to be a little bit more aware that those cues don't tell the whole story.
I love when an intelligent person breaks somebody down because you know where to pause. As a clinical psychologist, pause. I love that. Okay, audience, who's got something to say here? Stand on up and come on down. Or we're coming to you, actually. This is season 5. We got boom mics.
My name is Evelyn, and I want to speak to the young black man that's there. First of all, I feel very hurt because I'm a young black woman as myself. So for the fact that you will sit there and you will tell him, oh, you know, he looks like a roach. First of all, you see how he's in school and you made like this completely crazy judgment about him, you should shut up. Seriously.
Okay.
Shut up.
Get back to her.
Hi, I don't know your name, but on the end right there next
George.
to Tyra. Yeah, I don't know you, you might be okay with this, but I know a lot of straight guys that are perfectly fine with 2 lesbians and want them to make out and all this stuff, but then if they see 2 gay guys, they're really homophobic and think it's gross.
How do you feel about 2 gay guys?
I'm fine with, I mean, I'm not attracted to them. But the day and age we live in, it's 2009. If you can't respect 2 people for doing what they do, making out in public or whatever they want to do, then you get lost, and that's it.
All right. Good, more power to you on that one. Okay, who else?
I have a comment for you in the suit. I think your name is Vicente. I just think that now it's completely racist that you would sit there and talk about someone who's the same exact race as you just because he's a shade darker makes him no different than you.
That's actually not racist. That's called self-hatred.
Well, yeah, it just either way, it's just disrespectful, and you look just like him.
People that are good. Like, they do good security.
But they don't steal your stuff, though? You think they steal your stuff and you make judgments against them just because of their skin color?
Yeah. Vicente, I do believe that you do have issues with people that are brown skin.
No, dark skin. I'm brown.
It's all the same thing.
I do think that you have some issues with that, but I also think that you're pushing, that you're trying to get a reaction from the audience. I do think that you're real, but I do think that you're pushing. I also think that you have a lot of pain, and we don't have time. We have 1.5 minutes left before we have to go to a commercial, and I don't think we necessarily have enough time to get to it, but there is a lot. And I know that there is a lot because I'm a black woman, and I understand that there are issues about color and hair texture and all different type of stuff that bring pain to our people. I don't think that when you look in the mirror, you love who you are and what you look like. This is just my opinion. So what you have done is to make yourself feel better about yourself. You go to somebody that is 1/8 of a shade darker than you to say, oh, I can't be that bad because that's really, really bad. What we do sometimes is kind of like, you know, when like we're going to the club. I remember when I was like really young and I go to the club with my friends and I'd have on a short skirt and my top would be tied like this and looking like this, 98 pounds though, but like this, going to the club. And I'd be like, ooh, I don't look like a hoe. She look like a hoe. You know what I'm saying? Like, to make yourself feel better, you always try to find something that is something little bit more than you. Your skin is beautiful. His skin is beautiful. Your skin is very similar. You are a brown, chocolate, beautiful Hershey's Kiss. And hopefully one day you'll be able to look in the mirror and see that. That is my wish for you. So I think we kind of figured out today that a lot of like the harsh judgment comes from personal pain, personal insecurity, personal issues. So I think if we kind of like what I do a check when I start feeling, I'm not super judgmental, but I can get gossipy with my friends sometimes. And as I said earlier, it's when I'm not feeling so good. So I think we should like kind of check ourselves like, okay, I'm judging her. I just said that she thinks she's all that and she looks like a slut. But really I'm thinking, oh my God, I feel like crap today because my boyfriend didn't call. You know what I'm saying? So like we should just check ourselves to check us being judgmental. I think that's the best thing. And I want to know, why do you think that women are so judgmental about other women? And I want to know what you are guilty of being judgmental about. Go to tyrashow.com and tell me. I'll see you later.